Hey guys, welcome back for another video. Chris with Elon in Life. A little bit different video today. Give you a little inside peek on my day job. I'm in HVAC sales, residential air conditioning sales. I want to show you a quick tip on the most common part to fail on your air conditioner, and some tips to how to diagnose it. Excuse me. Some tips on how to diagnose it and how to replace it. So if you ever notice in the summertime, if your air conditioning, it sounds like it's running, the compressor's running, but the fan is not spinning, or the fan is spinning, but the compressor doesn't sound like it's running, more than likely, what is wrong, the most common part to fail, it's called the capacitor. This is this silver cylinder piece right here. This is the start capacitor or a dual capacitor. It helps the compressor and the condenser fan motor run. Sometimes on older units and different models, you'll see two separate capacitors, one for the fan motor and one for the compressor, but on most models nowadays, you're just going to have what they call a dual capacitor. The first thing you're going to do before you even open up a unit, of course, you're going to kill the power at the disconnect or at the main breaker panel, and then get you a meter and check voltage to make sure you have no power. We're good. You have usually 3 wires on the capacitor, one that feeds to Herm, which is going to be the compressor, then one's going to feed to fan, and then one is your common wire. Most of the time, if the fan motor is not running and the compressor is, you'll notice that the capacitor will have a swollen look to it. It can have a bulge in it, or sometimes I've seen them where they even pop, but most of the time it's just going to have a swollen look to it. If it doesn't have that swollen look to it, and you want to test it, if you have the right meter, get you a meter that can check microfarads, and then you would make sure you ground it, and then take each wire off. And you're going to check between Herm and common. That's going to check the microfarads for the compressor. Then you'll take the fan off and you'll check between fan and compressor. Fan and common to check the microfarads on the fan. Now this is rated as 70/5, and you're allotted a little bit plus or minus a 6%. So it can be 6% higher than 70/5 or 6% lower than 70/5. Now, like I said, if the capacitor that you're replacing, if it's all swollen and bulged out, just go and replace it. That's going to be the problem. But if it looks okay, you're going to want to check the microfarads. So let's check between Herm and common first. You put 1 lead on Herm and 1 on common. It takes a minute to load and register. Okay, so this is a 70 microfarad capacitor, and it's reading 66. 66.8, so that's not 6% low, so that side's fine. So then let's check the fan in common. Alright, that is reading 1.6 microfarads, and it's rated at 5, so that's well below 6%. So that's going to be the reason why the system is struggling to cool. So I have a new capacitor right here. Just slide it in. And then make sure, if you don't, you're not that knowledgeable, of course, you can mark each wire for what lead it goes to. And then you place each wire back on. I just know, just from years. But like I said, you can mark each wire. Most units nowadays, you're only going to have 3 wires, maybe 4 if you have another common. Alright, so we got it on. Then got everything hooked back up, turn the power on, starts right up. Now this will save you a couple $100. Most of these capacitors are anywhere from 10 to 30, 40 bucks, and most companies are going to charge you a couple $100 to over $300, depending on their pricing. So that's a very common part to go bad, probably the most common part to go bad on an air conditioner. So if you ever see your system running, but the fan motor is not spinning and it's not locked up, or the fan motor spinning but it just doesn't sound like the compressor is running, more than likely it's going to be the compressor. Kill the power and do these things I just showed you. Hey, don't forget to subscribe, guys. Drop a comment. Let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate you watching. This is Chris with Elon in Life and air conditioning, I guess. God bless. Everybody have a safe day. Thank you. Man, I love these old Southern women. They tip you with snacks. Good old piece of banana nut bread. Cheers. Appreciate you watching.